Hey, this is Rob. Welcome to another episode of Classic Microcomputers. And in this episode, we're going to do something just a little bit different, but still along the same classic microcomputers line. When I got my TRS-80 Model 2s in, one of them came with something that I was really excited about getting. An original dust cover. But now remember, this dust cover is over 40 years old. So one of the things I wanted to do was try to clean it because it was incredibly dirty. And at the same token, I wanted to try to preserve it. So what I'm going to do is I want to take you through and show you what I did to get it to where it's at now. All right, just like Vanna White here, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did. This is a beautiful cover here. Unfortunately, it's kind of grayed a little bit or yellowed just a bit and a little dirty, but man, it's got the logo and it sure is looking nice. Now, one of the things I went and found was a vinyl spray, and this is what I used, and I wanted something that was going to condition too while it cleaned, because I'm thinking that I got to kind of soften this plastic up. I don't want it getting any more brittle than it already is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a little test here and see how it is. Now it's vinyl. It's designed for vinyl for doing your cars and all that. And so it should be fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up a little bit while we go through the whole cleaning process, and we can talk a little bit about it. You can watch me sit here and scrub away. It only takes a minute or two. But one of the things is I'm showing you is that it's pretty darn dirty. Now the vinyl spray, what I found with it wasn't too aggressive a cleaner, which is good. But this cover was, like I said, incredibly dirty. But I was worried about a couple of things. One is after I was done cleaning it, I was worried about it getting brittle. So I actually had considered using maybe a almost like a mink oil. If you've ever cleaned leather, you know that you use mink oil to clean leather and soften it. But I was a little concerned that this plastic wasn't as porous as leather would be. So what I did was I just decided to use the vinyl spray. And there's a lot of parts to this to be cleaned when you really get into it. So another consideration was when I was cleaning it, I didn't want to lose the decal advantage that was in the front. My end goal really is to take this and send it out and have a vinyl cover made, because I can't really picture this guy lasting too much longer. And I'd kind of like a brown vinyl cover based on these specs anyways. Now, one thing you notice about this is this cover in particular, not only is it properly branded from Radio Shack, so it is the Radio Shack cover, is that it's made so when you put it on, it's designed to be like on a desk with the keyboard in front and inserted, kind of like the way the Model 2 does, is the keyboard kind of slides into the unit, the monitor section itself. So it kind of recesses slightly. And this keyboard is designed to accommodate that situation. So it's a pretty neat cover. I know it's not one of the most exciting topics that you're going to run across, but when you get these covers, thinking, a 40-year-old plastic cover, man, you got to go with it. So there are a couple dings in this cover. There's a couple little pock holes in it, just small ones. But all in all, the cover itself is in really good shape. And if you noticed, it is composed of two different kinds of plastic vinyls. Plastic, is that a good thing? Plastic vinyls. And then they're actually corded together and sewn, so they're not glued, which is why this thing is so durable and has stayed together all these years. But it was a lot of work, and you can see that I used I was quite liberal with the cleaning spray. And I also wore a pair of gloves. They were kind of porous gloves, but the cleaner, the vinyl cleaner and conditioner, that's the word I was looking for, was pretty good. It didn't really affect my hands or, make them red or irritated or agitated. In the bottom of this video, I will post a link or at least a name for the cleaner I used. I went and got this at Walmart's. I'm sure you could probably order a cleaner that is the same. I was looking for a specific kind of one that would say plastics on it too, not only vinyls. So, and I've just about completed it right here. And now you're going to go ahead, and I have put it on the system to kind of finish it up. And look at that. Boy, that sucker's coming out nice. Looks like Mrs. Classic was stopping by to see how I was doing on this thing. I myself was working away and cleaning, lots of paper towels, and we are just about done with this whole dealio. But you can see how it fit on there, and it actually fits kind of snug on the system. And you'll see here in a second, I go down and I show you how it fits with the keyboard on. A little bit, I actually used a plexiglass kind of cleaner and conditioner too at the end. I was curious to see how it did with a sponge. Not so different. I think I would just stick with the vinyl plastic cleaner I got. I don't think that stuff was really so good. Besides, I love the conditioner in the first stuff that I've been using. Yeah, I would stick with that one. So I used it some more, and then I got down into this bad boy right here. And kind of finishing it up, nice soft sponge to go with it. And almost done. And here we go. Now here is the full thing. That little piece off to the side is not the cover. It is just a piece of foam that is stuck there. So notice how snug and tight it fits. Just kind of interesting, but that's it. There it is. Good to go. All right, so this is the final outcome. So it's not too bad. Come out pretty nice. It's a lot softer now. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you got some good tips, and maybe you'll be able to save a plastic cover or two. On an end note, though, what I'm going to do is probably talk to a guy. There's a person up on Etsy that actually is making the nice brown vinyl covers, and I'd love to send this to him and have a brown cover made. Maybe even get the logo on there. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and please leave a comment. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.